That's Dana Brooke.
Yes. Technically, it's supposed to be Tiffany Stratton, and the only reason I think we know that is
Yeah.
because of the Money in the Bank briefcase.
This is as good of a figure as you could have for Giulia.
I absolutely think they nailed this. Hey, everybody, I want to welcome you to a brand new episode of Sold Separately. Today, we are going to feature 3 of the latest women's figures that are coming out, but I can't do this alone. What's up, Clark?
Stoked to be here, obviously fresh off WrestleMania weekend. And these were, as you mentioned earlier, not today necessarily, but unveiled WrestleMania week. Let's get right into it. I'm stoked about it. We got some good ones here and maybe not some great ones.
Yeah. So let's start out with the not so great one here.
That's Dana Brooke.
Yes. Technically, it's supposed to be Tiffany Stratton, and the only reason I think we know that is because of the Money in the Bank briefcase, and Dana Brooke has never held that. I have to say, I don't think the head scan. I mean, granted, it's just the image of it. It's not the actual figure. It may change by the time the figure comes out. I don't think the face likeness is like her at all. To be perfectly honest,
this doesn't look like Tiffany Stratton.
I know.
Like you mentioned, you had to see the briefcase.
Yes.
Woof. It's like, don't get me wrong, Tiffany Stratton deserves a great figure and deserves a figure with the Money in the Bank briefcase. But what are we doing with this head scan?
Yeah, and now this is from my recollection. I believe this is an elite, which is a little surprising considering how bad the head scan looks. But I guess ultimately we're gonna have to see what the final product looks like for this one. Any other thoughts on quasi Tiffany before we move on to the next one?
Not any good ones.
Yeah, I know. All right, so hopefully this one is better. This is another 3D
I'm a big
image.
fan of Tiffany Stratton, but like, yeah.
Yes, I know Shad's going to be very mad at us for this, but honestly, it's not good. But this next one I think might be better. Giulia, which I think they nailed this from the 3D image. Hopefully, the figure itself does the same. I love that it has the Mortal Kombat S mask that she wears during the entrance. Little limited on the accessories. It's just the 2 different hands and the mask. Maybe it'll come with something different, maybe a jacket or something to that effect. Maybe it'll come with something more, but it looks a little limited, especially for an elite. But much better head scan than Tiffany got.
I'm assuming that this will come with more accessories, but as this image shows, this is as good of a figure as you could have for Giulia. And, you know, it's her first in the WWE verse.
Yep.
This thing is going to be, they'll get it right for an elite. I would imagine. You already have the one accessory, the separate set of hands. The gear is perfect. The head scan is excellent. The facial expression is excellent.
Yeah.
I really am excited to see how this one fully turns out.
I mean, it's really special for her because not only is it her first WWE Mattel figure, I would believe it would be her first figure ever because I don't think that she ever got a figure when she was in Japan, unless it was, exclusive in Japan. But I'm not aware of her having any other figures. But like this, I think Triple H said it during an interview once. He knew he made it when he got his first figure. Like, it doesn't matter, and a lot of people have said that. Punk has said that, as many figures as he has had. Undertaker has said it. Rey Mysterio has said it. Like RVD, these are people with a lot of figures. Like it's something. It immortalizes you to get a figure made of your likeness, and the fact that Giulia getting one. I'm sure she will be thrilled when that figure actually finally materializes.
100%.
Now, the next one, or the main event, if you will, has had many figures over the years, but not too many as Mercedes Mone. This is an AEW shop exclusive. By the time this comes out, it may be completely sold out. They were only making, I believe, 3,000 of these. I think this is a pretty good likeness of her. The coat looks awesome. The brass knuckle things, whatever she calls them. I believe one says money and the other one says talks from images that I've seen. But I absolutely think they nailed this on all fronts.
It's as good of a figure as you could have for Mercedes Monet. There's been great Sasha Banks figures, a
Yep.
few, but
Hmm.
this one for her current run and current iteration, this is as good as you could ask for, sincerely. From the hair to the coat to the
Hmm.
pose that she's in upon the debut here, even. It
Yes.
fits perfectly. It all lands, like you mentioned, the knuckle, the multiple rings, the CEO on the back.
Yes.
It's just like they left no stone unturned. The back of the hair is
Yes.
exactly spot on.
Hmm.
Everything about it is what you would ask for in a figure like this. And I think it does Mercedes justice in a way that is absolutely necessary.
Yeah, I honestly think this may be arguably probably her best figure that's been made, because I don't she even though she had WWE figures, but the elaborateness of this really captures the CEO gimmick that she does. The facial expression, better than you. It bleeds through in this figure in a lot of ways,
And the
and
facial scan is very well done,
yes,
especially knowing that this is a Jaguarese figure.
yes,
It's not a Mattel figure. Jaguarese gets some heat sometimes, but
yes.
Jaguarese does some great head scans. This is top notch.
It is funny, whether it's Jazzwares or it's Mattel. There are some figures that they absolutely nail the head scans on, and then other ones just never have a good one. Like Mattel has always struggled with Bret Hart, and Jazzwares has always struggled with MJF, for example. But
Right.
like the Mercedes really captures it, and I thought if we were going to feature this, how to end this on the highest note possible since we started it on such a bad note with Tiffany's. But absolutely wanted to do this. I think that brings us to the end. Unless you have any additional stuff, Clark.
I'm with you. I'm on the same exact page. I think this one's well done. The Tiffany Stratton figure. Tiffany Stratton deserves a great figure. Let's get that done. Pink gear, Tiffy time. Do that. That's one thing I want to add. Give us a great Tiffany Stratton figure. I'm asking for it.
Yeah. So I think that brings us to the end. We will see you guys in next Friday, as always. Till then.